Everyone says grind 300 LeetCode problems and you will pass. But the truth is that most fails aren't related to missing knowledge. They are avoidable mistakes under pressure. And by the way, it's not just about solving the coding interview. I actually traveled 18,286 kilometers from Germany to the Bay Area in San Francisco to understand the psychology behind the coding interviews and how you can optimize for it. But today's topic is about how you can increase your chances or even have a 100% guarantee to pass a coding interview. First up, you know there is no 100% guarantee. I just needed the title for the CTR boost, okay? But the technique behind this is clear. If you don't make mistakes, you will pass. They don't have a reason to don't let you pass. Easy, right? Not really. But I will show you the exact traps, the safe scripts and an AI routine that can you prepare for this. So big tech interviews differ in flavors. So some like whiteboard interviews, some IDEs, and some add even system design to their coding interview. But they usually share the same scoring bones, structured questions, rubrics, and evidence of reasoning. So not just a final answer. So the common belief is that if I solve enough LeetCode problems in silent, I'm safe. But the reality is interviews create psychology. So they create how you walk in, how you talk, how you present yourself, and of course how you solve the problem, yes? But most importantly, they score how you can react under fire and under pressure. By the way, in this video above, I mentioned a clear preparation step where you can achieve in 2 weeks a fully psychology ready mindset to tackle your coding interviews. So you are not just coding, you're performing. And performance is more psychology than syntax. So let's list some mistakes that we want to avoid at all costs. The first mistake is to rush without having an alignment. Candidates hear the problem, grab the marker and start coding immediately. Sounds fast, fails fast. Because half of the time, I experienced it, they are solving the wrong problem. So how can you avoid this? How can you fix it? Is to have a 30 seconds dialogue with the interviewer to restate. We have these inputs, you want to have these outputs, we have these constraints. Did I get this right? And this is so crucial because it makes you look structured, prepared and safe. The second mistake is to hide your thinking. So if you are silently coding for 5 minutes, you already lost. Because the interviewer doesn't know, are you drowning or are you just thinking through? Or maybe you need help, yeah, to think it in a positive way. So how do we fix it? To narrate at certain checkpoints. Of course, you don't need to talk non-stop, yeah. You need the time to think, it's okay. But just if you have finished a smaller step, just restate it, mention I have now finished this and that. Now I will test it with smaller numbers, things like that. It's very important. Short and steady updates, keep them with you. And also very important that they are on the same track as you. So otherwise, if you lose them, they will interrupt you with completely different questions. So they will sidetrack you and you're complete out of concept. And if you take them with you on your train of thought, it helps you also a lot. The third mistake is to ignore the constraints. So when they ask you, write this function, and the candidate freezes, game over. How do you fix it? Easy. Always think of the concerns with the inputs and outputs right at the beginning. It actually shows maturity and it buys you time to think. When the interviewer answers, you already can think. Fourth mistake, melting when interrupted. So when the interviewer asks you something, usually what's the complexity of this and that, you don't freeze, okay? How do you fix it? So always have a little preload, like, oh, that's a good question. I was thinking about this 10 seconds ago. Have some time to think for yourself. Make yourself some time to think. And even if you don't know the right answer, you showed that you have a way to communicate and you know how to make yourself a bit time. Stuff like that also matters. Fifth mistake, over-defending a dead idea. I think a lot of people can resonate with that. I've done it a lot of times. Sorry for that. So I've seen people, they have the complete wrong approach, and for 15 minutes they try to continue and tell them, yeah, that's right. You have to remember the interviewer has the solution usually. So they can help you, yeah. And you should also consider this help, yeah, from them. Of course, they are asking tricky questions. They are trying to get you out of your concept, but sometimes it's in good intentions. So just take that advice and don't be stubborn if you realize you're completely lost. The sixth mistake is to getting trapped in minor bugs. So for example, if you don't have the right semicolon or something doesn't compile, it always happens. Just say something like, in theory, this should compile, and then I would do this and that. If you're completely stuck, either the interviewer will help you. So in my opinion, if you avoid these 6 mistakes, your success rate will jump, I'm pretty sure. But let's make it bulletproof. How can we get it to 100%? So of course, there is no 100%. So how can we guarantee the 100%? Let's try it, at least. You can guarantee that you don't think from self-sabotage. So you make it bulletproof by training the right thing. 4 points. First point, mock interviews. So don't grind in silence. Do this interview, this coding interview or this LeetCode problem solving with a friend, on camera, through voice chat, whatever. Then second, social reps. So say this alignment dialogue as fast and as clear as possible that it already becomes a muscle memory. There's a third point, feedback loop. So after each mock, reflect on yourself. Did I handle the interruptions correctly? Did I talk to myself? And this checklist will cut your error rate in half. Then as a fourth point, body language. So walk upright, greet firmly, and sit straight. The first impression bias is brutal. Use it. And that's how you shift from a code operator to a trustee of an interviewer to somebody a coder can trust. And if this video saved you some hours, make sure to like the video that other CS majors also get to see the same tips. And in my newsletter, by the way, I will drop this week a full list of a 12-point no mistake list. So YouTube gets the vibe, email gets the tools. But after praying and giving so many tips in my last videos about coding interviews, my next video, I will lock myself in one room and do a full coding interview. Until then, or better, until next Sunday, happy coding and peace out.
You think that this life's made for a king?